Good morning, America. It's your boy, Mackenzi. I'm just wanting to tell y'all that when I see or if I see y'all in the real world, I hope that we have a great time. And what I mean by the real world is that I think that the way that we have our society, we have constraints on them. We have limiters, we have etiquette, things like that. Those things are each ways to create their own facsimiles of the real world, but they are not that. So what I mean specifically is when I go into places like doctor's offices, banks, businesses, things like that, if I meet someone, we click, we have a good moment, we're good friends seemingly, I always tell them, I hope to see you in the real world. And that's because I hope to see them in an experience that is not this version of themselves. Because if you go to work every day, you understand that working means you have to act a certain kind of way. When you go to school, you got to act a certain kind of way. So with those two things being the facts, you have certain limiters on your actions that you can take. But when I see you in a place like out on the street, or just hanging with friends, or even in places like the bar, or even smoke shops, so like I don't mean like the store, I mean a place where they would sit down and smoke together and stuff like that. I forgot what those are called. Lounges, smoke lounges, hookah bar, places like that, individual places where people usually go to unwind, parks, places like those where people are able to be themselves, even if not forever, but for just the moments that they're there. And I think that is very important to having a person to be considered your friends. So that's the reason why I have, like, when I worked jobs, it was work friends, I have school friends. I understand that the limit that our friendship is until that moment is over. Once we're not working together, most of my work friends that I have are working together, I don't ever talk to them. I've never spoken to some of them. I only have probably one maybe two that I can say that I still consistently talk to. Work friends. School friends, one. And it isn't because I don't hang out with these people, it's because I understood the limits of our friendship. They never invited me to go out to do anything, and I never invited them to go out and do anything. It wasn't because we didn't like each other, it was because the limits of our friendship were school or work, or they were my doctor or nurse or whatever or something. At the end of the day, I think that it's important to get to see people in the real world. So, that's all. Do you have any friends that you've met in a specific situation that became friends in the real world for you? If so, write about it in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. I love you, America. Have the day you earned.